Well, as you can tell, we are in the van, and I have officially started this whole New England road trip. We are 365 miles down out of 614, I think it said. So, doing pretty good. Only had to stop once before this, so I'm making all right time. I think I got 5.5 hours left, maybe. I don't know, something like that. And stopped in a Wawa. I've not been in one of these in a while. So, grab some gas, grab a little snack, and we're gonna get back on the road. Try to finish this trip out. Before this stop, I think I was supposed to get there at like 8:20. Of course, I left 2 hours later than I wanted to this morning. Not ideal, but we're making it happen. So far, the van is doing great. And getting really good fuel mileage, I do believe. I waited to start filming until now because nothing really eventful happened at all. It was just a rush to throw stuff in, take off, drive up the interstate. Anything else too crazy happens, you guys will be the first to know. And we'll get there, hopefully get settled in for the night and get this whole little road trip slash vacation started. I don't know. I think it's about time for a little road snack. First, we're gonna try some kind of a chicken quesadilla. Now, I know gas station food normally isn't very good, but sometimes at home, Sheetz is all right, so I got high hopes for it. Chicken steak, pepper jack cheese, bacon, caramelized onions, spicy jalapeno ranch. I don't know, it's apparently pretty soggy because it just dripped right on my crotch and seat. Typically, that's not a good characteristic of a quesadilla, but that's what that looks like. Yep, the bottom's soggy. It doesn't actually look terrible. Those peppers and onions is actually not terrible, but it's just soggy. I don't like that too much, but I've had worse. Next, we got a breaded chicken strip wrap, pepper jack bacon, jalapeno ranch, tomatoes, pickles, onions. It's called a wrap, but that's like a big burrito. Wrap also does not look terrible. Chicken not very crispy. Doesn't taste terrible. Wrap's cold. I didn't see an option to grill it, or I would have. Peppers are a nice touch. I don't know. Stuff's all right. I think it's pretty much on par with Sheetz or any other gas station food, really. Probably wouldn't get it again. I give it like a 5.8 out of 10. I'll finish it, but I don't love it. All right, I'm gonna chill on this a little more. I'm gonna get back on the road, try to get this trip underway. Anything exciting happens, I'll let you know. Stand by. So as you can tell, some time has passed. Hopefully you can hear this. I have no idea. This thing is just a huge metal box and I'm driving right now, but it's been a day. We've been through I think I've been in 8 different states today. West Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New Jersey, I think. I don't know, we're about there, like about to get off the interstate. 614 miles, 10.5 hours in the van. I had faith in it, but still, you don't know. We've only just driven this thing around home and to camp, like 50 minutes one way. But it's done great. Didn't miss a beat. Good fuel mileage. One whole tank, and then we got just under half of another. Not too bad. Wasn't going to bore you with a lot of the ride up here because it was just boring. Looking at some buildings, looking at some cars. Got stopped in traffic a couple times. Typical driving road trip. So, no issues. Glad to report. So now what we're going to do is we're going to roll in, try to find this place. Probably just relax a little bit, go to bed, I would say. I don't know. Anything too exciting happens, I'll let you know. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the morning. Well, number 2 night in the van, pretty successful. Slept all right. It's even considering that I'm doing a little stealth camping outside of the golf course that the buddy of mine works at, that I'm in the wedding for, however you word that. So I'm gonna call that a win. It's like, I don't know, not that early. I don't feel like. I got a phone around here somewhere. 9:35. Yeah, so I'm gonna say it's pretty decent. Sleep till 9:35 in a van in a busy parking lot. All right, first order of business: coffee and probably some breakfast. All right, so a little update for the day. Not much going on. Went through the rehearsal part of the wedding a few minutes ago. That went fine, I guess. I don't know. I know some of this is probably boring content, but just figured I'd take you guys along for the ride on this little trip. And as you saw, I was just uploading this week's video. That will be out today and on time. And this video will be for next week. But I got a couple more days of activities for this video, so if you're tagging along this far, thank you. Definitely appreciate the views and whatnot. And it will get more exciting, I promise. But for tonight, we got a hotel. Hampton Inn and Suites. I don't know, it's kind of like the night before the wedding, so they got like a party bus rented apparently. Then we need to come back and stay here for the next couple nights. So won't be any van camping again until a couple days from now, but it'd be kind of nice staying in a hotel. Not done that in a minute. Not too shabby. Well, my wedding is finally over with. Well, the ceremony part. Still kind of in my fancy clothes, and I'm ready to get them off. So, the only place that I could record is out here on this dark patio, so hopefully you guys can even see me. But yeah, ceremony's over, dinner's over, and I'm ready to get into some comfy clothes, probably partake in some wedding sodas, and get up tomorrow, maybe start planning out some adventures, because I've only been here a couple days and there's still a lot of stuff to see. So the rest of this video will probably only be part one of this trip. So hopefully we can get into some adventures and see some sights and get into something good. I don't know, stick around, we'll figure it out. All right, so now we are currently in a whole nother state, I think. I can't remember where we are. We were in Attleboro, Massachusetts. That's where the wedding was. And the friend and the new wife wanted to get away for a couple days, and they invited us along, so that's where we're going. And now we are like 20 minutes from Salem, Massachusetts. I don't know, I really don't know where I am. I didn't realize this, but up here, like, you go through like 9 different states, like, real fast. It's just constantly, welcome to Massachusetts, welcome to Rhode Island, welcome to Connecticut, I don't know. But I do know we are close to Salem, and we have this Airbnb situation, I guess. And we're just like right in this harbor, bay, inlet, outlet, I don't know. I've only been to an ocean a couple times in my life, so I really don't know what's happening. But apparently, not tomorrow, but the day after, we're getting on a boat, going right out into the ocean and going fishing. Pretty excited about that because I've never done it. So that should make for some good content. Because I know some of you guys like the fishing and boating stuff. Yeah, we got this like fancy, I don't know, house. There's like a whole nother house under it. Like sea themed. But everybody's waiting on me. Apparently we're gonna get some dinner. We'll take you guys along. So typically, I'm more of like a mountain view kind of person because that's what I'm used to. But I knew like the sunsets and sunrises would be like really nice over the ocean. And I think it's going to be. We're on our way to dinner now, and we see this on the side of the road. Now I know pictures and videos do no justice like ever, but hopefully you can kind of grasp what that is. We're going to be over here for like 2 more days, so should get some good shots.
I'll go this way.
Yeah, we're family.
What is that?
It's hard to beat a breakfast with a view. At least this is a view for me. I'm sure some of you out there probably see this like every day. Also, you know you're in the presence of good people when they want a very good hot sauce. This wasn't even my doing. I think this breakfast burrito is going to be pretty tasty. Not that shabby looking. Breakfast burritos never miss. All right, I gotta finish chewing this. I made a little coffee. And then I believe we're off to Salem, which I'm pretty excited about. It's still crazy to me how the tide works, because yesterday when we got here, these were sitting completely in mud. I think the water started just about the other side of that dock maybe. This was all completely dry. Well, not dry, but mud. Not one bit of water. It looks like it's 10 foot deep right there. Now I know how the tide works. I know I'm not completely ignorant to what it is, but to see it on TV and to see it in person, it's definitely a little crazy to see how much that water rises and drops. Well, it is the next day. It is just before 7 a.m. and apparently we're going out on that ocean in some kind of a boat and doing some kind of fishing, which I'm pretty excited about because I've never been on the ocean in a boat, period, let alone fishing. And I do believe we are fishing for stripers. I don't know. You'll see later. Apparently this guy is like good. You don't leave till you catch a fish. I didn't book it. A buddy of mine lives up here did, so I have no idea what I'm in for. We're gonna give it a shot. we are out in the van, and as you saw, the fish are cleaned. So now all we gotta do is fry them up. This is gonna be, I believe, the first successful catch and cook on this channel. I only had to drive 10 hours to do it, but I got high hopes for this. I think it's gonna be pretty tasty. I've never had striper or striped bass. I still haven't figured out what it's actually called, but they basically just look like a largemouth bass, just way bigger. And largemouth bass is pretty tasty. It should be good. I believe we're gonna do fish and chips style for that, and then the smooth dogfish, I think I'm just gonna leave the skin on, kind of do a foil pack and try it that way. It should be good that way, but any fish is. The fishing charter guy said that he thinks in Britain at one point, or maybe even now, they use that fish for fish and chips. He said that that's the first one he's seen in person in that area ever. I caught the first one. The buddy of mine caught 2 more, and I think I caught 2 or 3 more. I brought home 4, we threw back 1. Yeah, we caught 5 of those things. He was like blown away. He took pictures and sent them to his buddies, and yeah, so that was pretty neat. The limit on the striper is between 28 inches and 31 inches. You can't keep them below 28 or above 31, and I guess the limit's like 1 each. And we both caught 1 in the size limit, so that's a win. So I'm gonna say overall, that was a fun trip. I would definitely like to go back on the ocean and do a little more fishing like that. So big thanks to Toby and Charters. He gave me a card. I will put his information on here. And he is out of Gloucester. I don't really know how to pronounce everything up here yet. It'll be on the screen. So big thanks to Brian. I didn't catch his last name, but very nice guy. Super informative, super helpful. Like, couldn't ask for a better trip. It rained on us a lot and still had a great time. Anyway, this is our kitchen setup. Now all I gotta do is dig out some skillets, some foil, some seasoning. I don't know. Stand by. We're gonna try this. I am excited for this little catch and cook situation. A little windy. I don't know how well this is gonna work. Maybe not too bad. I'm gonna go with this, I don't know, what's it called? Cajun style, Cajun 2-step fish fry. Start with a nice big old bass fillet. Get it down our bag. Then, I don't think this step really matters a ton, but I brought this nor'easter that was sent from this area months ago on the channel. We're gonna use that for a binder. Put it straight in our bag like so. Now, I'm just going to coat this thing really well. Like so. Now, we'll take it out of the bag, set it down in our pan. Go with our fish fry. I could have done this in the same bag probably, but I think the coating would have got clumpy, and I did not want to do that. So this may be a little easier this way. Just kind of toss it around. Get it nice and coated. Something like this. Call that good. Our oil is definitely hot enough by now. For the smooth dogfish, we're going skin side down, butter, Dano seasoning. This stuff's pretty good. I don't think it's gonna hurt it by any means. I don't really want to mask the flavor of the fish, but I want something. So we'll call that good. We're just going to go right in the skillet, see how that works. Give this a little flip. Yeah, not looking too bad. Well, the fish fries, I believe we're going to try some new snack. I know this video has been all over the place, basically, but we're going to do some original Never Lost camping here. Flamin' Hot Funyun Minis. Never had these. I do like me some Funyuns, and I do like me some Flamin' Hot. Those things are tiny. Not bad though. You get a little Flamin' Hot, a little Funyun. It's about a half and half mix. It's not like overpowering on one or the other. I don't know. I don't know if I like it more than regular Funyuns. They're so little, you don't get a lot to figure out on one bite. You kind of need to eat a few. I don't think I would get these again if I wanted a Funyun. I think I would get regular Funyun. They're not bad. The flavor just doesn't mix greatly. Regular Funyuns are like a 7.5 on my snack scale. So if that's the case, these are like a 5.5. Definitely a couple steps below that, but I have a few more. You know we gotta do a camp soda at some point in this video. Now Sam Adams is from up this way somewhere. I think Boston. I'm not in Boston, but I'm not that far from there. So I kind of wanted to do something kind of regional to the area. Brewed by the Boston Beer Company, Boston, Mass. There's also one in Cincinnati, Ohio, Milton, Delaware, Brenningsville, Pennsylvania. So we're closest to Boston. Jack O. I don't love pumpkin sodas, but it's about that time of the year, so why not give it a shot, right? Won't be doing a cup this time, sadly. I kind of like that better, but oh well. Can't do it every time, right? Cheers on the bottom of the cap. I'm sure it's like any other Sam Adams. Like, not dark, but not as light as, say, like a lager. Oh, definitely pumpkin-y. It's not terrible though. The first hit of pumpkin makes it seem overpowering, but it's almost more of a pumpkin spice flavor. I don't love all of Sam Adams products, but I've never had one I hated. The Sam Adams cherry wheat is pretty good. What's the other one? Like the plain old Boston Lager or whatever. I don't mind that one. I'd probably have those before this. I don't know. It's pretty much average with any other pumpkin ale I've ever tried. I give it like a 5. I mean, about middle of the way. Don't love it, don't hate it. If you like a pumpkin soda, give it a shot. I've probably burned that fish completely black by now. And we have some new fries to try to make this a fish and chips. I've never seen these until I got up here. Kinder's buttery garlic and herb seasoned French fries. We're starting to get some Kinder's products at home, but definitely not these. I don't love French fries. Like, I just really don't. Unless they're seasoned. Waffles aren't too bad. Do not like sweet potato fries. Do not like McDonald's fries. I don't see the hype over it. These are probably that style of French fry, but they should have some seasoning and some flavor on there, so definitely going to give these a shot. Not a bad looking piece of fish. That looks better than the fish and chips from that restaurant the other night, because I expected like a fillet and they were like fish nuggets. Those were not that good. I wanted to do a more in-depth kind of review of that place, but what some of you know and some of you may not, you can't have music in the background of your videos because they will like demonetize you because of copyright issues. So for me, it's hard to film inside restaurants. Also, there's just a lot of people. You can't hear me talking. So I know there's a lot of words in this video, but hopefully as this trip progresses, I can do a little more like in-depth reviews. Anyway, French fries or chips, whatever you call them. Well, that's pretty much the worst way you could open a bag of French fries. Don't know why I did that. There's apparently a little surprise inside. All right, let's throw a few of these in here. How about like that? So apparently this is the seasoning pack that you put on there. I thought they were pre-seasoned from frozen. You gotta thaw this out. This is still frozen solid, perfect. I don't know, we'll figure it out. That fish is maybe cooking good, I don't know. But the fries, AKA chips, are coming along pretty nicely finally. I think those are probably about done. Got our liquid gold down in there. Give these a little toss, it should be good to go. These smell really good. Nice and coated. Nice and crispy. Some fast food restaurant chain, something, needs to make a seasoned fry like this. Because that is so much better than Wendy's, Burger King, McDonald's. I like Arby's curly fries because they're seasoned. This seasoning is better. I'm gonna say that's probably definitely top 5 French fries I've ever had. Maybe 3, I don't know yet. Regardless, that's in the 8s all day long. It's a solid 8.5 out of 10 on French fry scale. Now, the striper. If you guys remember back, well, new viewers won't remember, but like a month, that's probably more than a month ago now. I don't know. I did shrimp po' boys with that Cajun 2-step seasoning, dust, whatever you call it, fish fry. That was really good, so I got high hopes for this. It's a big old chunk of fish. The breading isn't quite as thick and crunchy as I like, but plenty of flavor. That is very nice white flaky fish. This is what I wanted the other night at that restaurant. Should have gone and catch it myself. The fish and chips there was like 25 bucks, which I know depending on where you are, that's not expensive. But for some like bland, unsalted, unseasoned fish and fries, that's way too much. That was like 12 bucks worth of food. This is so much better. Doesn't smell overly fishy or anything. Appears to be nice and white and flaky. Typically, I'm more of like a fried fish kind of person, but like grilled, done right, is good. Smells fine. Oh, hot. Oh, hot. Yep, hot. That is not bad at all. Striper, I do believe, is a bit better, but I did different seasonings. You gotta take that into account. It's not overly fishy or anything. That was about the right amount of Danos, because it's not overpowering, which it rarely is. I just might like that smooth dogfish. It's not like big and white and flaky like the striper, or say like haddock or something would be. That is completely fine. Get some like cheddar jalapeno rice, put you a big old chunk of that fish on top of there. That'd be good. One thing I wanted to grab and I forgot was tartar sauce. That would have been good on the striper at the very least. All right, I'm gonna say this was a complete success. The rain was the only downfall of this catch and cook, and it didn't bother me one tiny bit. Ran to Walmart, bought some cheap frog togs, called it a day. Didn't get wet. A few people when the trip got cold, like October in the ocean, raining. It's going to be a little chilly, but it takes a lot to get me cold, so I was fine. I really enjoyed myself. So what I'm going to do is clean up this huge mess I have now. There's stuff everywhere. Kind of get this stuff packed up, and I got to go finish this video for you guys because it goes out today. Yeah, as you guys can tell, we've been all over the place, running back and forth, bouncing all over the place, doing wedding stuff, Airbnb, Salem. What else did we do? Fishing. Yeah, It's been non-stop. I went from being home non-stop every day getting ready to getting here to being non-stop every day. I think yesterday, was it yesterday? Was the first day in the whole week that I've been here that I've really been able to like sleep in, relax, do all that. But yeah, I had to get up and finish this video for you guys because I really wanted to try this fish and do my first ever successful catch and cook. Like I said, this video has been all over the place. If you've made it this far in this video, you have no idea how much I appreciate it, because I really winged it every step of the way on this video. Trying to get you guys watchable content, trying to take you along, show you what I'm doing, and I really enjoyed having you guys. But remember, this is only video one of at least one more for this area, I do believe. There are talks of a trip to Boston in the works, which I would like to go see that. I've never been to Boston. There's something else, I don't remember. There's like pumpkin, Halloween, all kind of stuff still planned. That should be in the next video. Stay tuned for that. If you want to learn more on Salem, go to the internet, check that out. I would like to have gotten so much more, but there were people everywhere. You wouldn't have been able to hear me talk. I did 2 different tours, but they were so long that the video would have been forever. I wouldn't have been able to get out little pieces, you know what I mean? The second tour I went on, the guy was talking so quietly and he said a lot. Over here, unwatchable. So I apologize for that, but if you get the chance, check out on the internet House of Seven Gables. It's really big into the history of witchcraft in Salem. I learned a lot this trip. I had no idea, but apparently the actual witch, like murders, trials, hangings and whatnot, was 7 months. It wasn't very long. It was like 6 months and done. I was always under the assumption that it lasted forever, like at least a year, 2 years. No, very short amount of time. Put a huge dent in history for Salem and for witches and for justice, basically, because one thing I learned on one of those tours is you could have a dream about, say, your wife. They can use that in court back then. I don't remember the term. I'll look it up later, hopefully, and put it here. Literally use your dreams as evidence in court and have your wife or someone known as a witch, and there's no getting out of it. Once you're a witch, you're a witch. Can't talk yourself out of it. And they just tortured them, basically. Stoned them. He said something about some huge plank in the ocean. They just dunk you forever. If you happen to live through that, well, then you're a witch anyway. You shouldn't have lived through that. Hanging. Done. So, if you're into that kind of thing, look that up. I don't know. It's been a good trip so far. 0 complaints. Weather's been great. Everybody here is super nice. Big thanks to Zach and Kaylee. Zach's my friend. Kaylee is from up here. Her family owns the area we're staying. Couldn't ask for nicer people. Just like being at home. So another big thanks to Dave and Rachel. They are the owners of the golf course and situation, and completely welcomed with open arms. Stay as long as you want. So we're really going to try to get our money's worth out of this trip. And now I'm thinking about going a little farther north for a couple days. Let me know what you guys think of that. New Hampshire and Vermont are like above us. The Canadian border from here is only like 5 hours-ish. I don't know when I'll be back up this way to do that again. So I'm thinking pretty hard about loading up the old van, heading up north, maybe checking out the Canadian border. I think you need your passport to go in, which I do not have. I would love to see Canada one day, but I don't think this trip's going to be the trip. But to at least get there, see the border, that'd be something. I'd really like to see a moose. I know I've been speaking with one of you viewers out there about that. I think Maine would probably be my best bet for that, somewhere closer to Canada. I don't know, still winging it. You guys know how we do it around here. Stay tuned for next week. Give me a like, a follow, a comment, anything to help. Greatly appreciated. Head over to TikTok, Patreon, Instagram, Facebook. Check me out there, follow. I do some reviews, shorts, random stuff on there. Every single bit of support is so much appreciated. This whole content creator situation has been a dream of mine for a long time. You guys are making it happen. Couldn't do any of this without you. So, with all that rambling being said, I will see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.